Good morning. I'll say good morning because it's a morning time in America, but I think it is a good evening or good afternoon for my colleagues in uniform in Uganda. Yes, the industrial action for the allied health professionals is day 12. For the nurses, it's day 1. Yes, my colleague is in uniform. James William Mugeni is my name, a medical clinic officer by profession, a frontliner. I call myself a frontliner because I have been at the front lines. If I can remember, my first dismissal from health service was 1992, so I have been fighting since 1992. Yes, I have seen people saying Ugandan health workers are unkind. The Ugandan health workers have ignored their primary role, which is caring for patients, so saving lives. Yes, fellow citizens, fellow Ugandans, our primary role is to save life. At the same time, our primary role is to fight ignorance. We are not supposed to save ignorance. We are not supposed to save stupidity. Yes, Ugandans, I think you have realized you have abandoned the hospitals. All hospitals are empty. Now, with the nurses joining, I think it is total war. Yes, the physician leaders, I have been telling the doctors and many others that liberating Uganda can take only health workers 1 week. The hospital is abandoned minus guns, and the people with the guns must be wondering what has happened. We are not shooting guns. Yes, people have even approached the laboratories in Kitugum with the AK-47s. We need blood slides for malaria. Let it not be mistaken and misunderstood that the Ugandan health workers don't want to work. We can't continue working with integrity and compassion in a heartless world. In a heartless world. You don't expect us to stay in hospitals on empty stomachs. You don't put us in the gardens minus hose and you expect us to dig. So as Ugandans, as health workers are pushing on with the industrial action, the ignorance I'm talking about, the stupidity I'm talking about is you people abandoning hospitals, and none of you is taking government to task. None of you is taking government to task. I was here one time when I told you about advanced care planning, which is not about old age. I told you that at any age, a medical crisis could leave you too ill to make your own healthcare decisions. And those decisions that will be made will be by health workers. Have you planned for that health worker who is going to make a decision for you? Yes, this is the crisis I talked earlier about. The hospitals are almost closing, one by one. Today I saw a list after the nurses joined, 66 hospitals. 66 hospitals have closed. And the citizens are quiet. And that's the ignorance I'm talking about. That's the stupidity I'm talking about. Citizens, are you aware health workers are part of you? Let it not be mistaken that we are fighting for salaries. No. And the health workers, you are making a mistake that you are fighting for salaries. We are fighting for a robust care health system. A care health system which will not see Olanya flying, the late Olanya flying to Washington. The Ugandan health workers, we all save lives, irrespective of where we are. It is a high time we started even comparing salaries with the United States. These are doctors who are here. They are doctors in Uganda. We all do the same thing. Look at COVID-19, how it squared, how it equalized all of us. We were doing COVID-19 in Uganda. The United States was doing COVID-19, but at different salary scales. As health workers, we want to standardize healthcare system. What starts in Uganda can affect the United States. And I have seen WHO appealing to government of Uganda. WHO should not appeal to government of Uganda. WHO should appeal to a standard. It's global health. We offer health in Uganda like anywhere. So, fellow citizens, wake up. The industrial action is just a communication. How are you going to respond? I want to see active citizens. We want to see active citizens. We want to see active citizens who demand and want to understand why there is an industrial action in Uganda. James William Mugeni is my name, a frontliner and a medical clinical officer. Thank you for listening to me.